everyone. I fancied a little natter, so I thought I'd jump on and share with you what I've been up to because it's been a little while. So I finally completed the written pattern for the hexagon cardie, the solid one. Excuse my voice, I'm fighting off some weird cough thing at the minute. It's hanging around. So I can't really hold it up very well. But anyway, the written pattern is done. It's now with a tech editor, so it's not going to be too long until that is going to be available to purchase the written pattern. So that is done. Haha! Launch that over there. So I've started to get back into this one again, which I showed last time. I've done a little bit more on it. I'm just finding it hard to get back into it because I was doing this before I started the solid hexi cardie, and then I had to make my daughter a cardigan and she had to have it like right there and then. So I stopped doing this and I did the hexi cardie, the tutorial and the written pattern, and now I've come back to this and I'm just finding it really hard to get back into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really want to do it, but I kind of don't, but I do. Like, the ship has sailed a while ago. So I'm trying to sort myself out to get back into it, but this is like my back panel. It's nearly done. I've got one more row to do because I'm keeping this short, I decided, because last time I spoke, I wasn't sure whether or not to keep it long or to go long or keep it short. Well, because I'm now like, I've got to do this. I think I'm going to keep this one short. But yeah, I've been working up both panels at the same time. This one's a bit smaller because I've got to add my neckline shaping onto it. Can't even get it the right way round there. There we go. So yeah, that is what I'm trying to do. Although I'm now here chatting to you guys when really I should be doing this. But never mind, I just fancied a natter, so here we are. Also, in the evenings, I have still been working on my freeform sweater. Now that's coming along real nice. So I think you've seen this panel already. This is like my front panel, this one is. And this one's my back panel, but I kind of messed it up a little bit. If that's even possible. So I was then starting to square it off, and in my head I was thinking that this was my front panel and this was my back panel. So I had this one laid out because this one's a bit wider than this one at the minute. So I had this one laid out and was squaring this one off, like kind of to the shape, to like the same width as this one, sort of. Oh, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know. But it turns out that this is my back panel and this is my front panel. And the front panel is much wider than the back panel, which is the one that I've been squaring off. So I'm a little bit annoyed with myself because I was like, oh yeah, I'm real happy with how that's looking. What way does it go? Like I was feeling really happy with what I'd done. But it turns out that the front panel is here and it's much wider than the back. Like big eyes, aren't they? So I'm sure I'll work something out. I mean, it's freeform. It's going to look crazy. That's the whole point. So, whatever. So I've been working on that and I've been using my little tiny bits of DK yarn. Like really little pieces. Because they're ideal for this. I know there's going to be thousands of ends and there kind of is. But I weave in whatever ends I can. I always weave in an end on the row, like a couple of rows back. I don't like to weave them in too close to the edge because then you might struggle to get your stitches in the next row. So I do have a few hanging around the edges. But in general, I have been weaving as I go. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then last night, I wasn't planning to start anything new. I don't even know what happened, but you know how it is sometimes when an idea comes into your head and you're like, I've got to do that right now. Like, I literally don't want to make nothing else. If that is how it goes, then that is how it goes. And if you end up with 50 whips, then you end up with 50 whips, don't you? So, this is what I started last night. Let me just grab it. I decided that I wanted to make, it's random, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. It's a bit like Marmite. I've decided I'm going to make a Christmas odds and ends sweater. Ho, 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 ho. I actually want to make it with Aran weight yarn, but I didn't have Christmas colours in Aran Weight because I thought that'd work up a bit quicker. So I did have lots of colours in DK. So I've started that. Added a bit of browning because it just reminds me of like Christmas pudding, even though I don't like Christmas pudding. And then I love this bright green. I think that might be the cuffs and the collars and the ribbon. We'll have to see how it goes. But I've not made a scrap yarn ball because I've opened up brand new yarn, my Christmas colours. I've picked these 4 colours and I'm literally just I'm actually controlling it a bit. I'm changing the colour when I want to and just doing my little magic knot that I've done for the odds and ends sweater. I made a magic knot and did a massive ball out of all these little ends. That's what I've done. So I'll pop the tutorial for that in the comments if you're interested in making your own random odds and ends sweater, Christmas style. So yeah, I didn't really need to start that last night, but I did. Never mind. I've gone and buried everything again. Now I don't know where I'm at. I've got another little thing that I've been working on here and it's somebody else's pattern. It's called the Folklore Sweater by Earth Tricks. It's a top down one. If I got it the right way. No, that way. How cool is that? When I saw that I was like, oh, that is me all over. I need to make it. So I've made a start on that, but it's been a little bit neglected because I've started doing other things as well. But I'm trying my hardest to make it so that when it's the Christmas break, I do not have any patterns that are being written up or recorded. I say this every half term and every Christmas holiday or summer holiday. And it never ever happens. It never happens. And then I end up getting really stressed out because I'm like, oh, everybody wants the pattern and the kids are going crazy and I just can't do it. So I'm trying to make it so it's nice and relaxed. So if I don't add any more onto this just yet, I'm not too bothered. Hopefully I won't have nothing going on when it comes to Christmas holiday, fingers crossed, and I can get on with a few bits like this. Like this, yes. So yeah. But I love it. It's looking real cute so far. And I'm just using up scrap Aran Weight, I think it is for the pattern. I'm pretty certain it's Aran. Just using up scraps again because I do love my scraps. And I do collect loads and loads of scraps. So that's another thing I've been doing. And then, I don't know if you watched my last vlog, but I was talking about knitting and I'd treated myself to some needles. Well, I'm happy to say I have had a practice. Not a big one. But I have had a little practice and I do have a question if anybody can help me because it just brought back memories of things I used to do wrong and I don't know how to fix it. I ain't done a lot. I have actually done more than what is on here, but I kept taking it out and redoing it again. Just practicing. This is where I'm at right now and it's perfect actually for what I'm about to ask because I have it on here where it has gone a bit wrong. Now what I've noticed I do, and I used to do when I used to knit like 7 or 8 years ago, sometimes I accidentally split the yarn when I put my needle through and I don't realise that I've done it until I come back to do the next row. So what I mean by that, I don't know if you're going to see this on the camera or not, but basically, let me see how close I can get it without it blurring. Can you see that little bit? Right here, I've split the yarn. Like that little tiny loop is not supposed to be on there. Like when you're crocheting and you split your yarn, you just pull out the stitch, redo it, pick it back up again. But yeah, I've done it down here as well. I'm not sure if you're going to see it, but I carried on because I didn't know what to do. And now I've ended up, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's right here. If I turn it on its side, I don't know. Can you see it? There it is. Can you see that? I don't want that in my knitting. That's where it's been on the hook, where I split it and I weren't supposed to. How do I fix that? Obviously I can't do nothing with that now because I've just carried on. But like that's right there, like on the... That's why I've kind of stopped again because I just felt a bit disheartened. Like, how do you fix that when you've split the yarn and it's already on there? So if anybody's got any tips, I would love to know. Or does it just mean, no, it's ruined, you have to start again? Because I don't really want that to happen. I'd quite like to know how to fix it if possible. So yeah, that's my knitting. Apart from that little bit there, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's just one stitch. And I was doing it continental style because I'm a crocheter. Before I wasn't. Before, when I first learnt to knit, I didn't. But it just feels more natural holding the yarn in my left hand. So, yeah, that's knit in progress, everyone. Also, while I'm here, I have just had 2 yarn deliveries from the postman. Thank you, Mr. Postman. 2 of them, look. Didn't know if you want to have a little peep inside. Normally I do a separate unboxing video, but I mean, we're here, aren't we? If you fancy having a look. So I'm going to do the hobby one first because I've been waiting for this one for ages. Well, not really ages, but you know, obviously it comes from, is it Denmark? I think they're based. So I have been waiting a little while for this one. So for this one, I decided I wanted to make myself a fluffy sweater. I think I might use this one actually, the granny hexagon sweater, but in one colour. That's what I was thinking of making with this yarn. We will see how it goes. Well, now I'm looking at it, it's slightly different colours. It could still work though. I got this, which is a DK, I do believe, just some acrylic yarn. So I got that because I thought, yeah, I really want a solid sweater in that. And I seem to make these really well with a solid colour. I tend to get bored with other things. So I got that, and then I got, oh my gosh, it feels amazing though. Oh, it might be alright now I've got it out. What is this one called? Alpaca Blaze. Oh my gosh, it's so soft. So I was going to hold it together with this yarn. Do you know, it is a little bit darker, but it's so thin. I think it might be okay. Oh my gosh, that's lovely. That is so soft. I've never used this before. So yeah, very nice. So I got those 2 to go together to try and make myself a fluffy jumper. Oh my gosh, I don't know what this feels like. I hope it's kind of on par with this, but maybe not because this was in the cheap section. Love a bargain. How many of them did I get? I get quite a few. So yeah, I got quite a few of these. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they feel amazing. Just want to squish it. So that is all I got from Knitting Network, was a load of this and a load of this. When I'm going to make it, it's anyone's guess, but you can't make it if it's not in your yarn storage. Where am I going to put it in the yarn storage? Oh my goodness gracious me. And then the next one, it's a bit bigger, but I bought some chunky yarn from Knitting Network. Thought I'd stock up on a bit of chunky, like variegated yarn. Because in my head I really want to make a whimsical Wendy sweater in chunky. Ugh. And I was like, do I do it in solid colour? But I just didn't really fancy changing colour every single row. Oh my goodness gracious me. Excited much. Oh my gosh, look at that. Okay. I wasn't sure about that and I was like, do I really need that? And then I thought, you know what, yeah, just put it in, just put it in. And I'm so pleased that I did, because look at it. I was going to do some, I was thinking of maybe doing a granny hexagon sweater, well not granny hexagon, whimsical Wendy sweater with this, maybe, with a black yarn. Like do a few rounds of this and then add a black yarn. Love that. So I've got a few of those. Aha. They're all buried in the bottom. I think I might have got 6. Oh, what's that one? Okay, yeah, I tried the emu one. I've got to be honest though, I'm looking at it right now. Don't look that chunky. It says it's chunky, but it don't look that chunky. It looks more like an Aran weight. I mean, this is much thicker than that. Not that I'm putting these two together, but that is much thicker than that. Oh yeah, it's a bit of a bugger really. That definitely don't look like a chunky yarn to me, but you win some, you lose some, don't you? I got a few of those because I was going to make possibly another whimsical Wendy with that as well, for like a boho feel. So that might go better with that, but this definitely looks thicker than this as well. Yeah, that's interesting. So I got myself some of this for a possible whimsical Wendy as well. I didn't quite know, so I just got both. Didn't quite know which one I was going to do. But this one is more like earth colours, isn't it? That's what I was kind of thinking. And then I was going to use that as like a main colour. But I don't know. Maybe it might look nice of a brown. So yeah, I think that is all I got. More of that. Woo! Love it. So yeah, that's about it. If you stuck around listening to me wobble on. That's not even right, is it? I can't even think what the word is. Waffle. Wobble on. If you stuck around to me waffling on, then thank you. Yeah, so that's about it really. If you want to write down what you've been up to in the comments, I'd love to hear that as well, because I'm always interested in what you've been doing as well, especially in the run up to Christmas. Probably Christmas things. I've got that one Christmas thing on the go and it's for me. I'm so selfish, aren't I? I would like to make some Christmas hats as well, like Grinch ones. Yeah, the Grinch colours anyway is probably as good as it's going to get for me. But yeah, that's it then. So I'll see you next time. Bye. Take care everyone. Especially in this weather. Now it's getting a bit chillier and wet and windy. So yeah. See you soon.